been dog shit.
They got off to the start they wanted to, guys. Guys, they got off to the start they wanted to. Give it up. Give it up. Big ups to the Rangers. Big ups. They got off to the start they wanted to. They played a good 20 minutes of hockey. Give it up. Give it up, everybody. No quit in New York. No first place. Well, give it up. Give it up. Give it up to those Rangers. They didn't quit so much so that Capo Caco decided to be Chris Paul last minute and score a goal. Yay. I'm in such a good mood. Can't you tell that this has just been fun? This has just been so fun. I have never been more excited for the All-Star break in my life here. In 24 hours, we get to do this all over again, by the way. Isn't that great? If you couldn't tell by the title, if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail, whatever. If you couldn't tell by anything, if you have been living under a rock, the Rangers lost tonight 5-2 to the Vegas Golden Knights. What else is new? Them losing. And to the Golden Knights, I mean, that's not really new because they did it last week too. But I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I should just sit back and just relax here, right? That's what they do. That's what this team does. Why can't I do the same? Yeah, we're in first. I know. I get it. Yeah, we're in first. Shame on me. Shame on me. Let me sit back. Let's sit back. Because that's what they did. Let's do the same thing they do. I've never seen a more gutless group in my life. I've never seen a more gutless group. You have Laviolette at the very least. At the very least, you don't have to agree with what Laviolette does. You don't have to like him. At least there was effort from him tonight. Try changing up the lines at the end. He called a timeout, pulled Igor to try to give them faith. And you know what they do? They get a whopping 1 goal because that was the only good scoring chance they got. And on top of that, the only other thing they really did, the only other thing that happened was Mika Zibanejad was rolling his eyes by the bench. Like, dude, come on. Rolling your eyes by the bench, rolling your bench by the eyes would be interesting. You're rolling your eyes by the bench. Your coach is trying to install confidence in you, dude. He's putting you out there. You're down 4-1, need a goal. You haven't done anything, haven't scored a 5v5 goal since December 23rd. Over a month. We are in a new calendar year and not one 5v5 goal from the elite number 1 center of this hockey team. Not one. And he's rolling his eyes by the bench. You know what? Maybe Laviolette shouldn't have tried to give them confidence last minute. Maybe he should have benched guys. And that's the one thing I am disappointed him for. Guys should have been benched. There is no way you let guys, the amount that we saw in that third period, the lack of back checking, embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That back check effort by Keandre Miller on the 4th goal. Are you kidding me? I don't care if the score is 10-0. I don't care if it's 20-0. I don't care if it's 30-0. Skate your fucking ass back. What are you doing, dog? What are you doing, man? There is no dog on this team. I don't know why I used the word dog with this team. There's no dog with this team. Blake Wheeler was the best player tonight. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Yep, Blake Wheeler was the best player on this hockey team tonight. That doesn't cause pause. I don't know what will. There is no dog on this team. There's no leadership. There's no accountability. No anything. No balls. Nothing. It's the same story. Same story. Year after year. And this is somehow the most unlikable group of players that I've ever seen assembled on the ice. I'd rather watch the rebuilding team knowing that they suck. I don't care. I do not care. Worst assembled Rangers team. I'm talking about this shit on a nightly basis. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with you still watching? I keep asking that question because I got to do this. So, like, why are you guys watching? What are you guys doing here? This is just laughable. Laviolette confirmed it's a setback. In the injury for Heedle. Because yeah, that's another good thing. Yeah, I'm very glad. I'm so happy this organization, right? Philip Heedle gets hurt at the morning skate. We learned during the game it was because he was doing board battle drills with Jake Lecision. Doing board battle drills. He just flew back to New York. He still might have symptoms of the concussion. And this organization in a morning skate is letting him do board battles when he was wearing a non-contact jersey not even 24 hours prior to that morning skate. What is going on? It's bleeding through the organization. I don't even know what word to use. This is just bleeding through the organization from top down. It's gross. This team quit in the middle of the game. Embarrassing. I can't. I can't. Igor didn't have a great game either. I'm not letting him off with a pass at all. That high glove has to be better. I know Kolazar shouldn't have even got a breakaway because Panarin needs to not shoot it or try to pass right through a guy's legs. But Keegan Kolazar. And you know what the difference is? You know what the difference is? You notice how the Golden Knights play in their own end? Like, did you guys notice that? Did you notice that there was wingers actually applying pressure to the point? And it created rushes the other way instead of the Rangers trying to be a rush team without having any point presence at the blue line. I can't. And the forecheck again, non-existent. This team does not score off of they don't forecheck. It's non-existent. Do not score off the rebound until Kakko has Chris Paul moment tonight. They don't do it. Every single chance, almost every single chance tonight was one and done. 0 rebound attempts for the Rangers, pretty much. Pretty much no rebound attempts. That's been a story all year. What else has been a story? Odd man rushes against. They only allowed a few of those tonight because no back checking yet again. I don't know. I don't know what to say that's different. The same issues, the same thing night in and night out. It's the same thing. Terrible puck breakouts. When they do get offense, they don't capitalize on their scoring chances. Why do that? Why do that when we can make every single goalie look like Dominik Hasek? Do you see why I don't give Akira Schmid credit for that series last year? It's every year. I've been watching this for 20 years now. I know the gig. I'm not new to this thing. Some people have been watching longer too, and that's what's infuriating. And they know it's the same. But yeah, just a soft, careless team. Breakouts issues. They don't score, capitalize on their opportunities. That's where I was. Sometimes they just don't even get opportunities. Like they'll just play the possession game, like it's a game of Eschel. They'll just possess the puck the entire time. They allow odd man rushes at will. They don't play it well in their own end. There's no structure there. There's no neutral zone structure. Losing board battles in the neutral zone. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Losing board battles too. And then how about Braden Schneider too, trying to box out on the first goal, right? He tries to box out Rempel and then just pushes him right into the puck to deflect it. And that's great. Ryan Lindgren screening Igor. Igor maybe could have had it, but still, he's just right there. Oh, by the way, did I mention Ryan Lindgren got hurt and didn't return in this game? That's great. That's great. This team cannot buy at the deadline. They cannot do it. If they're going to do it, it better be very conservative buying. I refuse to watch this team give up a first-round pick for this group of guys. This is the worst core I've This is the worst core. This core sucks. And I'm saying it on a nightly basis. This isn't an overreaction. We have 5 years of data to back it up. Let it go. Let it go. And again, I'm repeating it every single night. I'm tired of it. Tired of it. Don't know why I continue to say, like, why I continue to get mad. When I tell myself I won't, I get mad every time because I cannot help it because it's the same thing every single night. But this is what I do. Help me. Help me. Blake Wheeler, to achieve the things we want to achieve, it's going to be harder than this. Great teams are made in fire, and we're certainly in the fire right now. It's going to be a really useful situation for our team down the stretch if we handle it the right way. Oh my God! Look in the mirror, dude! Look in the fucking mirror! Fire right now! This has been a 2-month thing. And this guy was a fucking captain? Now I see where Trouba learned this piss poor leadership from. Now I see why he was stripped of the captaincy in Winnipeg. Now I see why he was bought out. Now I see why there's a better culture in Winnipeg now that he's not there. The fire right now. Okay. Sure. What are we talking about here? Because last I checked, too, only a week ago, I was told by the same locker room that they were just, oh, well, we weren't getting ran out of buildings. We're still in games. It's still close. And now, a week later, we're in the fire. Oh, we're in the fire. This team has no idea where they are. They're lost. They are so lost, dude. There is a clear issue here. Somebody has to step in. I cannot believe it. The quotes that we get on a nightly basis from this team. Wow. I just wow. Is there any other quotes? I want to know what the coach thinks about this one. Nothing from the coach so far that I say. I'd have to watch it. I don't know what to say. From NYR-2 on Twitter, I want to read this one because I ready. Because he quote tweets someone saying we had 15 shots, that is, in the first, and their goalie played well to keep them in it at minimum. That's what a goalie with cup winning pedigree does. Igor isn't having a rough game. He's having a rough season. His save percentage is barely 900, and he's 32nd in goal save above expected. By the way, he has like an 870 save percentage they mentioned on the broadcast too. That probably plummeted now in the calendar year of 2024. That's great, isn't it? We had another stat on the broadcast. The Rangers have three or fewer goals in 8 of the last 10. Well, you can make that 9 of the last 11 there. From Steven, I don't want to butcher his last name here, but Pappas, Pappas. Give it credit to him for his tweet. It's bad enough that this team is losing again, but there's no fight. There's no effort. They don't even look frustrated. They just seem okay with this, and that's the most maddening part. Yeah. How long have we been saying it? What do you expect from a core that went up 2-0 in series in consecutive years and choked it? A captain, 5 alternate captains, and no leadership. And they gave up in the last 20 minutes. I love this. You gotta love this team. I feel like I'm in the twilight. I don't know how much more there needs to be said. Johnny Lazarus tweeted this. Let's say Aiden Hill on facing a ton of shots. Oh boy. They're a big possession team. I don't really know if they really normally shoot the puck a ton. They just kind of hold on to it. They look for the good plays. They're a tough team to play against. They get a lot of zone time. He knows the book. We all see the book. Why, like, why is it? Why is it that an opponent that you face twice a year, a goalie that you face twice a year, has more awareness of what's going on with this team than anybody in the organization? It's truly mind-blowing. I'm actually tweeting that. This is just pathetic. Oh my God. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. What I will say is leave a like if you haven't already, because we're peaking actually at like 70 viewers. Usually we average out about 50. So this is just fun. 70 people watching me freak out about this team. Yay. So leave a like if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't. We're on the road to 2K subs. I'd appreciate that. So yeah, I don't see any quotes at all. But all I know is that doesn't matter if they even give quotes because it's really not gonna matter. Oh, here we go. Mika Zibanejad. Actually, I did find a quote. We're obviously tired of losing and are trying to do whatever we can to get out of this. We've just got to keep working hard and earn our bounces because the bounces are not with us right now. Trade him. Trade him. Trade him. Trade him. The bounces aren't with you. The bounces aren't with you. You're blaming the bounces. Blaming the bounces. What a leadership group we got here, huh? What a leadership group. It's funny that somebody dug up a tweet that I had from 2021 calling Mika Zibanejad a fraud. I might have even dug it up myself. There was a tweet that I had where I called him a fraud in 2021. Aging like fine wine. If anything, it's getting worse. And yeah, nobody dropping the gloves too. How about our captain, right? Our captain, because he throws big hits. He throws big hits. Modern day Scott Stevens. He's so good at that. He'll bring the physical edge. He'll rally the troops when they need it. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen it really once this year, but okay. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Sure. Let's keep pretending this guy. Let's keep pretending Captain Picasso is actually good at this gig. Let's keep pretending that. We could keep pretending that, and let's just forget that again. He learned under Blake Wheeler what it's like to be a captain. Played for coaches like David Quinn. Played for a coach like Gallant. But yeah, he knows a thing or two about being a captain. Like surely he knows a thing or two. This is just sad. This is just sad. Um, Honestly, what does Chris Kreider give you at 5v5? Zip? Yeah, you answered your own question there. Yeah, he doesn't give anything at 5v5 now. Different coaches, same player, same results. Yeah. Yep. Bunch of bush leagues, prima donnas. Yep. I don't need to read the rest. Yeah. That have zero grit, zero will, zero accountability, and zero passion, and zero caring for anyone else on this team. Yeah. You guys see the difference? Anybody watch what Drew Doughty said the other night about the Kings slump, saying that there's too many guys that aren't caring enough and something along the lines of that. I'm obviously right now paraphrasing. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word paraphrasing. I'm paraphrasing, but you see what he said about how there's certain guys in this room that aren't giving it their all, and too many selfish guys that care too much. You notice that that's true leadership. And you know what the problem is though here? I'm not quite sure if anyone in this Rangers locker room said that they would listen. Are you going to listen to Captain Picasso if he looks like, if I'm Jacob Trouba, or if I'm Mika Zibanejad, right? And Jacob Trouba comes up to me and is like, dude, you got to snap out of it. You're not playing good enough. Or just something along the lines there. If I'm Mika Zibanejad, I'm looking him right back in the eyes and just straight up pointing and laughing because one, he's been dog shit himself. Two, what room does he have to talk in terms of what he's done in this league? That's just what this is. It's what it is. There is no leader. And I'm tired of people telling me, oh, well, if the players voted for Trouba, then, that's up to them for him to be the captain. That does not mean there's a captain. Enough. There is no captain. None. Zip. No captain. None. If you are convinced there's a captain, God bless your soul. Inform me how. There is no captain. There's none. Let's go Knicks indeed. I need this Knicks game tomorrow to heal me in some way, shape, or form. Please do not lose to Miami. That's the last thing I need. Yeah, Mika will just roll his eyes and smirk. Yeah. Yeah, we have Captain Picasso and we have alternate Captain DJ in there. And then we have alternate intangibles in there. And then we have alternate doesn't move his feet and shows up when he wants to. Then who else? We have I don't know really what I could say about Fox and Panarin there. Because those two are really the only ones that have gave good efforts at least this season. Yeah, the hugs per 60 is through the roof. Drury's going to trade people simply because of the player he was. I imagine this is burning his ass up right now. Don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Mr. Cuddles for Kreider works better, actually. You make a good point. I don't know if Drury's going to do anything. Is Drury going to do anything, really? Is he? Why are we convinced of that? I don't know. And yeah, that's the thing. Tomorrow's a lose-lose no matter what. If they win tomorrow, we're not moved. It's the same deal with Anaheim. We're not moved. If they lose tomorrow, you lost to the Ottawa Senators, who are the worst team in the Eastern Conference. So it's a lose-lose tomorrow, if we're being quite honest here. Senior cuddles. Make his eye rolls per 60s through the roof, yeah. Yeah, the Knicks need to save our lives here. Our lives are in the hands of the Knicks. What a world we are living in right now. You know how bad it is that I had to watch Kodai Senga highlights this morning? That's how bad this team has me right now. I'm wearing a Mets shirt right now. Like, and yeah, if you don't compete for a full 60, you will lose. And the problem is they don't know what a full 60 is. A full 60 is not in their DNA at all. Yeah, and Severino. Yeah, they'll get spanked by Ottawa. But hey, at least the All-Star break's coming. You know what? When the All-Star break ends and they're still losing games, what's the excuse going to be then? I'm very curious. Very curious. I could cheer for literally any other. I could have picked any team as a child. This is the shit I do. I need to start considering making a league-wide channel. Like I seriously am just so tired of this, especially if nothing changes this offseason, which I have doubts of, knowing how this is. I don't think like does anybody in the chat have an appetite for tomorrow's game? Anybody have an appetite? Mika needs to shave his head like bread. No, instead, Bald Meek is a Zibanejad who sung the anthem tonight was supposedly going to turn the season around. Oh yeah, Kachuk's going to have a field day tomorrow. Kachuk is going to have a field day. Statboy Steven sent me something in the DMs. Zibanejad's 5v5 rankings in the league, minimum 10 games played. Goals, he is tied for 220th. Assists, tied for 131st. Points, tied for 171st. Goals per 60, tied for 298th. Assists per 60, tied for 167th in the league. Points per 60, tied for 206th in the league. Elite number one center. Elite number one center. Like they need to get a legitimate 1C, and that's just not obtainable until the offseason, if it's even obtainable then. Because you have no idea how much it aggravates me that Austin Matthews signed that extension, because I would currently be in Chris Drury's office on my hands and knees begging to death for him to move mountains this offseason for that to happen, for Matthews to come here. But he signed an extension. That like, what does it hurt if they even like? Actually, no, they don't have their draft capital to actually give a offer sheet for Elias Pettersson. That's great, unless they have their 4 first-round picks. Honestly, worth it. Worth it. If this is the shit we're gonna see, worth it. Worth it. Yeah, they should have got Eichel. Yeah. Filipino's probably done. Yeah. Yeah, the Devils actually score goals. And this is the thing too. This team does not care about the fans. No. And that's why I am beyond aggravated with the fact that people say, "Oh, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Oh, believe. They're in a slump. Just believe. They'll turn it around. Come on, just believe." No. No, they won't. 5 years, same garbage, 3 coaches. They don't care. Most of these guys look like they just wanted the paycheck, and that's it. They look like they're there collecting paychecks at this point. And yeah, this is not a slump. That's what I'm tired of hearing of. This is their character. This is who they are. This is who they are. They're. I'm not giving the worst original 6 organization in the sport the benefit of the doubt with anything. There is nothing that I could give them the benefit of the doubt for. Carolina has a game in hand, and now all of a sudden is a win away from tying in points. Great. They're in first place. Would be third place in the Atlantic. Would be a wild card team in the Central. And sure enough, with the way Edmonton's playing, would be a wild card team in the West. Period. So, yeah, this is. I'm tired of hearing first place. Tired of hearing the whole bullshit of give them the benefit of the doubt. No, this core sucks. Nope. Done with it. Done with it. And yeah, this is the thing. He needs to bench, grow some balls, and start benching guys. That's what Laviolette was in for. And if he's not going to do it, Chris Drury has to get his ass down from the press box, upstairs, get in that locker room, and do it himself. He needs to do it himself if Laviolette's not going to do it. That's what he was brought in for. And what are we doing here? What are we doing here if he's not going to do that? Yeah, 1 cup in 84 years for a reason. 1 cup in 84 years for a reason. We got Captain Picasso, Mr. Cuddles, the Invisible Man, Mika. Yeah. Yeah, Rangers are in first place, but the lowest ranked division leader. And they're, again, they wouldn't even be in first place in any other division. So we need to let that go. We need to let that go and just admit that they're not playing good hockey and this is who they are. But for whatever reason, we can't admit this is who they are because for some reason we have to love these players that have done nothing for us except go on a fluke conference finals run. Instead, we have to just, we have to coddle them and we have to, make them feel loved. What has that done so far? Because they've gotten enough love before. They've gotten their fair share of love and nothing to show for. Yeah, those two need to be benched. The Wonder Twins, the Lover Boys, whatever you want to call them, the two of them, Mika and Kreider, need to be benched. They need to send a message. Management always taking shortcuts and never works. Yep, they rushed the rebuild. Rush the rebuild. Yeah, Gabe Perreault doing well. And I cannot wait for him to be ready to come to the NHL so the Rangers can make him the greatest next version of Dan Carcillo to ever walk in this organization. I cannot wait for it. I'm in such a bad mood right now. You guys can tell. I don't have anything good to say. I don't. There's not one good thing I could say. Not one. Yeah, Meek and Kreider are TikTok hockey players. All they care about is their hugs after the game. Yeah, can't wait for the Rangers to um, ruin Gabe. Yeah, that'll be nice. Um, can we make a line of Cools, Belzile, and Otter? That's what they should do. If this organization wanted to show its balls and actually show some discipline like they need to, but they won't, call guys up from Hartford and send a message. It's time. Sit guys in the press box that are wearing letters. Something has to change, but it won't. But it won't. Yeah. Well, once Perot steps into the locker room, he's gonna learn all about the art of defense from Mr. Intangibles himself, who will still somehow be in the organization. If this is the case, how they need to clean house. They need to clean house if this is the case. I don't know where you're getting that info from. So I'm sorry, Michael. You're a good commenter. You're a good viewer. I'm going to take this with a grain of salt because I haven't seen anything about that. But although you said you think so, you're just guessing. I'm pretty sure there. But if that's the case, they need to clean house. I get this a lot that I look like Vinny Trocheck. I don't see it. I do blame some of the players and coaches for their for the slump. I would not call this a slump, but the higher ups are no better. Either they need to step in. Yeah, that part I agree with. I can't agree that this is a slump. This has gone on for far too long and it's embarrassing. But yeah, the higher ups need to get involved. They need to. Sorry, just answering something. I would call up Deming. Igor needs to send the press box. Look at what the Leafs did with Samsonov. I don't think they're getting in the ears of Laviolette, but I do think there's some serious issues throughout the entire organization. Not that I think. I'm at the point where I know, like 20 years, and I see it with my own damn two eyeballs. Slump is 2 to 3 weeks. This has been going on for 2 months, and we are past the point of slump. 5 years of evidence this team has shown they are a bunch of spineless cowards. Yeah. Ooh, this is an interesting question. What's worse, the Rangers lately or those Stadium Series Islander jerseys? Honestly, it's hard to say because there's no effort between both of them. But I gotta go with the Islanders jerseys. You know what? Like at least there's something there. At least the base design looks solid. If you're saying the post game was supposed to help and get you guys off of the ledge, I'm honestly, I'm sorry, and I don't want to disappoint anyone. I have nothing good to say. I have nothing good to say. I have no way of talking anyone off the ledge here. I don't have it. I don't have answers. And this organization clearly doesn't either. I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing good to say. There's what is there good to say? What is there good to say? The only thing I can maybe say in terms of something positive is that we're one game closer to this nightmare ending of a season. That's the positive I got for you guys. I don't think trades are the answer either. If I'm Drury, I'd stand pat at the deadline. I'd stand pat. I would. And I don't care if people are going to say to me they're in first place. It would be dumb to do all that. I don't care. This core, this team does not deserve to be bought for. They are the worst first place team I've seen since the 2023-24 Philadelphia Eagles. And before that, the worst first place team I have seen since the 2022 New York Mets. What's in common of all three of these teams? They're all teams I root for. That's great. What are the Knicks going to do next year? Start off in first place and collapse? Cannot wait. Cannot wait. I love my sports fandom. Tyler, there's really no way of Mika going. There's a full no move clause. I made a video on it, but I'll quickly rank them again. Rangers, Flyers, Devils, and then all the way at the bottom is the Islanders. They're in their own tier of own. They're in their own tier of bad. They're in their own tier of bad. Cannot wait for them to give up a first and Adam Sikora for Sean Monahan, thinking that will help the team. I cannot wait for it. Cannot wait. Can't wait. Can't freaking wait. Least likable Rangers team in my lifetime. Same with me. Same with me. I feel like if these players, especially Igor and Key, are dealing with something mentally right now, then this organization is just allowing them to fail by not doing anything or helping them with it. Those two, yeah, they need to take nights off and sit in the press box. Sorry, but they're not helping out the team at all. They're not. Yeah, don't buy. It's putting lipstick on a pig. This is what's funny too. Down Jack Eichel, down Shea Theodore, down Amadio, down who else are they down? Let's look at who Vegas has injured right now. William Karlsson out. Shea Theodore I mentioned, Jack Eichel, Will Carrier, Ben Hutton. Not that I think he's really anything, but Michael Amadio. All those guys out of the lineup, and you let up 5 goals to Vegas twice. I know one was an empty netter, but still, you get whooped again. You get whooped. Before I wrap this up, I'm gonna look if there's any more quotes because I'm in no mood to continue this tonight. I'm in no mood. Yeah, there's no other quotes that I say. I'm in no mood to talk about this because we're doing this again in 24 hours. So if you want to watch that, be there. Be there with your notifications on, subscribe. Like I said, we're on the road to 2K subs. So yeah, please do that. You guys are killing it on TikTok too with the support. I appreciate that a lot. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. We have 80 of you guys in here. Let's see if we could get to 50, 60 likes. I would appreciate that. But yeah, I have nothing good to say. and I don't know what there is left to say. I'm sorry. I don't have it in me to go any longer on the stream. I'm too pissed off. Have a good night, everyone.